as quickly as we possibly can and prove our innocence, where sometimes people judge you.
Justin Baldoni's attorney, Ryan Fredman, issued an unprecedented warning. Things could escalate for Taylor Swift. This isn't chatter. Sources reveal Fredman's tone implies a calculated threat. If Swift doesn't act quickly to manage her involvement, the Blake Lively saga will spiral. It's a direct challenge, placing Swift squarely in the crosshairs, facing a far more complicated situation. Baldoni's team is prepared to push, delivering a clear message: get involved strategically or face severe consequences. This is no longer gossip, it's a high-stakes legal chess match. Taylor Swift now an exposed, critical piece.
Bit of a tough adjustment in our house, but it's good. I mean, I have two other daughters, so my oldest is very into the baby, but my middle child, not so much.
Hello. I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character.
This calculated warning amplifies pressure on Swift, threatening her public image. Insiders suggest this confrontation could bring unprecedented scrutiny, unlike anything she's faced. This isn't a fading dispute. Experts warn it could spiral into a full-blown crisis, making it one of Swift's most high-pressure public scenarios. Fallout could intensify rapidly, forcing her into a position where every move, statement, and silence will be relentlessly analyzed. Stakes for her reputation are astronomical, raising concerns about long-term impact on her global brand. Those familiar with Hollywood whisper Swift may have underestimated this situation's gravity. Fredman's aggressive actions indicate willingness to pursue this matter to its fullest, placing Taylor in a precarious position. He's prepared to leave no stone unturned, ensuring every nuance of her involvement is scrutinized, leaving her no room for error. Tension is palpable. Drama shows no signs of dissipating quietly. This isn't a storm that will blow over. It's a rapidly intensifying maelstrom demanding immediate, decisive action. Fredman's team isn't just public-facing. Sources indicate they're prepared to push things further, with real battles likely behind closed doors. This maneuver hints at complex hidden strategies where conflict dynamics unfold in secrecy. Intense private confrontations make stakes for Swift incredibly high. Lack of transparency could mean unexpected legal or professional challenges. This signals a sophisticated multi-front engagement where every piece of information and leverage will be exploited. Adding layers of complexity is the intricate web surrounding Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Operating within a tightly connected, influential Hollywood circle, any perceived misstep by Swift could have far-reaching repercussions, impacting her standing. Their professional and personal lives often intertwine. Swift has navigated controversy, but insiders suggest this scenario could rigorously test her resilience and strategic acumen more profoundly than previous challenges. Hollywood's unwritten rules of loyalty and influence are being put to the ultimate test, with Swift at the center. Intriguingly, reports suggest Taylor Swift's initial involvement in this escalating drama may have been entirely inadvertent. Her name, it seems, was drawn into the unfolding controversy almost by accident, without deliberate intention to step into the fray. Yet, once her name became linked, it swiftly became an unavoidable presence, impossible to ignore. This highlights how unintentional connections can quickly spiral into a central role, demanding immediate attention. What started as a whisper has now become a central plot point, irrevocably tying her to the conflict. The genesis of this spectacle reportedly traces back to hushed whispers about a significant disagreement between Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. This wasn't professional. It was a dispute over deeply personal matters involving close friends, hinting at an intimate, explosive foundation. During these sensitive, likely unintentional discussions, Taylor Swift's name was drawn in. This highlights how private discord can quickly morph into a public firestorm, inadvertently pulling distant associates into its volatile orbit. Personal stakes for all involved were already exceptionally high. Now, the once unbreakable bond between Taylor Swift and Blake Lively, a friendship marked by public camaraderie, appears severely fractured. They are undeniably caught in the middle of a rapidly growing legal and highly public spectacle, a stark contrast to their past. Rumors circulated, alleging Taylor possessed privileged insight into crucial behind-the-scenes communications that directly contradicted Blake Lively's public statements. This narrative shift paints a jarring picture of two once-allied stars potentially at odds, embroiled in a conflict far deeper than imagined. Sources close to Swift claim a pivotal turning point emerged when Taylor grew increasingly uneasy. The public narrative of the lawsuit, as presented by Lively, did not fully align with Swift's first-hand observations. This internal conflict between public statements and her truth became an unbearable burden. Her conscience compelled her to acknowledge the glaring discrepancies. The revelation that Swift had a fundamentally different understanding of events than what was publicly portrayed sets the stage for a potential expose of epic proportions, hinting at significant misrepresentations. After agonizing consideration, Taylor Swift reportedly made the momentous decision to intervene directly. She is said to have provided a trove of critical evidence, including personal messages, detailed transcripts, and her own precise recollections. These materials, bombshell in their impact, directly challenge and contradict Blake Lively's official story and legal claims. Swift's choice to step forward with such concrete, potentially damning information immediately transformed the landscape of the entire dispute, raising stakes exponentially for everyone involved. It was a calculated move with profound implications. Swift's decision to provide this evidence immediately amplified the stakes. Her immense influence, culturally and publicly, possesses the power to sway public opinion dramatically, potentially undermining Blake Lively's credibility with media and fans. This isn't just about legal facts, it's about perception, and Taylor Swift's voice carries extraordinary weight. Her intervention shifts the entire narrative, forcing observers to question the validity of Lively's claims with renewed skepticism. The spotlight is intensely focused on how this powerful testimony will impact public understanding of the conflict. This conflict is far from a standard celebrity feud. It delves into incredibly serious allegations including harassment, potential retaliation, and complex legal maneuvering. The environment is now undeniably high stakes, where every public statement, social media post, and even subtle body language could carry long-term, devastating consequences. Observers note every decision Taylor makes will be scrutinized with unprecedented intensity, dissected for hidden meaning or strategic implication. The gravity of these allegations elevates the dispute far beyond personal drama, pushing it into perilous legal accountability. Crucially, Justin Baldoni's attorney, Fredman, is positioning his client to leverage every advantage in this intense legal chess match. This aggressive strategy includes applying immense pressure on anyone connected to the case, prominently featuring Taylor Swift. The message from Baldoni's camp appears unequivocally clear. No one is off limits, and every potential source of information will be meticulously pursued. This strategic move is designed for maximum impact, putting Swift in a position where her cooperation or non-cooperation could directly impact the outcome. It's a power play, plain and simple. The implications of Fredman's alleged threats are stark. If Taylor Swift does not align with Baldoni's legal strategy, consequences for her could be severe, both publicly and legally. This isn't a suggestion, it's an undeniable ultimatum. She is effectively being forced to choose sides in a battle not her own, with her reputation and legal standing hanging precariously. Her careful navigation is paramount, as missteps could lead to direct legal action or irreversible public backlash. The line in the sand has been drawn, and Swift is now standing directly upon it. Taylor Swift's legendary reputation as a calculated, meticulous public figure is being rigorously tested in real time, under the unforgiving gaze of millions. Every development in this saga is watched with bated breath, as audiences and critics dissect nuances of her decisions, statements, and timing. This unprecedented scrutiny means every leak, report, and moment of coverage could become a pivotal turning point, permanently altering public perception. Her ability to maintain control of her narrative faces its ultimate, most public challenge. Despite escalating tensions, those closest to Taylor Swift describe her response as characteristically calculated and precise. While she has refrained from publicly criticizing Blake Lively directly, it's clear Swift felt an overwhelming compulsion to clarify the record. She remains firm against what she unequivocally believed were fundamental misrepresentations, driven by an unwavering commitment to truth. This nuanced approach highlights her strategic prowess. She isn't engaging in petty disputes, but focusing on setting facts straight, maintaining integrity amidst intense pressure. Her controlled approach speaks volumes. Sources close to Swift reveal her initial involvement was casual and friendly, characterized by brainstorming and creative ideas. What's truly shocking is that Lively consistently responded with enthusiasm, expressing positive feedback for Swift's clever lines and suggestions. According to these sources, there were absolutely no signs of resistance or disapproval at that early stage. This directly contradicts Lively's later assertions of being blindsided by comedic additions or creative decisions. The stark contrast forms a critical fault line in Lively's defense. And here's the bombshell. Swift reportedly retains undeniable evidence in voice memos and text messages explicitly documenting Lively's enthusiastic approval and excitement over these creative additions. This documentation could become the definitive smoking gun, significantly weakening, if not dismantling, Lively's courtroom argument that these elements were imposed against her will. The meticulous record-keeping underscores Swift's renowned precision and foresight. This isn't just hearsay, it's concrete, digital proof that could irrevocably alter the course of legal proceedings. The revelation of Swift's potential involvement sent shockwaves through the fandom, leaving those who once celebrated the Swift-Lively friendship deeply divided. Some fans worry Swift's decision to publicly challenge Lively's account could irrevocably damage their bond. Conversely, many others view Swift's actions as an honest effort to ensure truth comes to light, preventing further legal complications. Swift Speaks Out trended across social media, igniting fervent debates about loyalty versus professional responsibility. For Justin Baldoni, Swift's potential intervention represents an undeniable advantage. His legal team explicitly welcomes input from any individual with relevant information, widely interpreted as a direct invitation for Swift to provide documents, messages, or evidence. Baldoni's team is prepared to argue that if Swift's materials confirm Lively initially supported these creative additions, it could serve as powerful proof that Lively knowingly misrepresented her involvement to the court, bolstering their defamation claims. This is a crucial turning point. Naturally, Blake Lively's camp vehemently denies wrongdoing, fighting back against speculation. They assert Swift's perspective, while insightful, is inherently limited to specific production segments. She hasn't witnessed the full complex scope of the project's evolution. They contend isolated messages or brief discussions about comedic lines don't accurately reflect broader challenges Lively faced. In their view, film production is fluid, ideas evolving, and Lively's lawsuit was always about defending her overarching creative vision, which she felt was overshadowed. At the heart of this volatile dispute lies Justin Baldoni's formidable defamation claim, a challenge of staggering proportions. He contends Lively's public statements and legal filings have inflicted severe quantifiable harm to his reputation and the film's potential success. Baldoni's team emphasizes this alleged damage by citing an astonishing $400 million lawsuit, underscoring the high financial and professional stakes. If Swift's concrete evidence corroborates Baldoni's argument that Lively was fully aware of and actively involved in these creative decisions, it could dramatically strengthen his case, leading to a devastating legal blow. Ultimately, the eyes of Hollywood and the public are firmly fixed on Taylor Swift. Her momentous decision to step forward with potentially game-changing evidence could reshape the entire narrative of this high-stakes battle. She holds a powerful key, capable of unlocking the true story and redefining the course of this complex legal and public dispute. Swift's choices will undoubtedly determine how the public perceives her, the ongoing feud, and whether this conflict will escalate further or stabilize. What's clear is that this is far from over, and her every move matters now more than ever.